I'm Trav.
And I'm Kid Dracula.
And before we fight the boss, we're gonna go ahead and sell some baggage.
Hey,
Some rings that I don't need. So that I can buy some actually good rings. I don't know what this does. Don't know what this does. I do know what this does, but I don't need it. Okay. But with that money, we're gonna buy the diamond and onyx rings, which are going to be useful.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
So, the rings increase your attack power, and the earrings increase your defense, right?
Yeah, but they also take up a hat slot, so no thank you. Just getting ready for the boss.
Okay.
And let's go. So because Mystery Manor is like 30 seconds long, we're just gonna run through it again. Show off the new glyph, new Volumbra. It's one of my favorites.
Useful.
Yeah, it hits multiple times, like all the good glyphs do. Well, except for Full Moon Audio, but it's great. Unless they're resistant to dark, in which case it's not so great.
The thing about this game, since enemies are resistant to different glyphs, it sort of forces you to mix things up when you're going through an area. You can't just rely on one weapon the whole game.
And until you get to Tesco.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah. But there's a mystery man in here. I don't know who it is. Oh. Albus is evil. Except not.
Oh.
You know, I let these cutscenes in because a few of them have music that isn't anywhere else in the game, and I really like the music that plays.
Well, the whole soundtrack's pretty excellent.
Yes, it is. Rest in peace. Alright, Albus. Albus is an incredible boss. He's one of my favorite video game bosses in general, actually.
Certainly very challenging.
He's got tons of attacks. He's got his Torpor, vertical shot, which is one of his signature moves. That flame kick, which is awesome. And you can play as Albus later, and he has most of these moves.
Well, he has a few moves that are just like Shinoa's glyphs, like the Ignis and Rondo he throws out. And I believe those aren't on normal mode.
I think they're exclusive to hard mode.
Okay.
But they're not in his playable character mode.
But yeah, his other signature moves you all have when you play as Albus.
Like Acerbatus, which we just took from him.
I find Acerbatus probably one of the most useful glyphs for the early part of the castle. I don't know if you use it though.
I used it for a boss because it has extremely long range, and later in the game against enemies that are weak to curse because it has that attribute as well.
And this is the only place you can get that, so if you forget to grab it during this boss fight, you can't have it.
But my strategy for Albus this time is he's kind of dumb and just run straight into a Volumbra, which is persistent.
And I believe what you're doing there is jumping to bait him into doing the flame kick, which is pretty easy to dodge.
What isn't easy to dodge is that lightning attack. But oh, he's done.
Oh, that was pretty fast. I do want to say that one of the most annoying things about this fight is Albus is sort of unpredictable, and all his moves come out pretty fast.
Yeah.
So,
like, ironically, the one move that like has a very high chance of hitting you is his normal like one bullet shot. Like if you're ducking, he'll just duck down and shoot you in the head.
That one is very hard to dodge. The only thing I can do is like try to maneuver him so it's like he doesn't ever try to do it because I can't actually dodge it.
Yeah. This is, I guess, some backstory of the game.
I don't remember the game's plot because I skipped the cutscenes past like 3 times I played it.
Well, basically, Barlowe tricked Albus. Uh-oh. and Dominus is what stole her memories, not Albus. And that's Albus. He looks pretty funny. I don't. I think this game might have one of the most serious Castlevania stories, even though it is kind of silly still. Like Dawn of Sorrow and Portrait Room both have some like really silly things in them.
Well, of course, that might just be affected by the anime portraits making you take it not seriously at all.
Well, yeah, that too. This one definitely has the best art of any of the games, I think.
Well, Kojima's art is generally really good too, so.
Well, who did the anime ones then? I don't know.
I don't know. The thing is, like, Area of Sorrow had great art, and then they just got rid of that. And then, I don't know who does this game's art. I think it's just some nobody, but they did a really good job.
Yes, they did. Well, if you paid attention to this cutscene at all, it's probably obvious who we're gonna go fight next. Also the video title.
Well, we're going to go fight the best boss in the game. And also one of the hardest.
He's not my favorite boss, but he is one of my favorite video game bosses, which this game has a lot of. He really is great though. Whoa. And he's weak to light, so we're switching over to the Diamond Ring.
Well, the music plays in here.
I don't know why it only plays in this room. It's kind of weird. This and the very beginning of the game. To the Forbidden Room, which is like right over there.
The Forbidden Room. Now, if you didn't save all the villagers, I believe the game ends here.
No, if you don't save all the villagers, the game actually ends after the Albus fight.
Oh.
Like right after.
Well, he brings you to the Forbidden Room and then the game ends.
Does that happen?
I think so. Like you summon Dracula and then the game ends or something.
I see.
Oh. Anyway, we didn't get the bad end, so.
Oh yeah. This is another song that only plays in a cutscene. And this one. Oh yeah. It's time to start the fight. Eventually. And I don't know why he didn't just do this to begin with.
Well,
He wants to host the glyph himself now.
well, I guess he didn't want to die, maybe.
Yeah, okay. Barlowe. He is probably the most infamous boss in this game. If anyone's played it, just because of his voice acting.
That cage attack's pretty hard to dodge, I think. I didn't know you could just stand in the corner.
Yeah, that's one thing about this boss is like all the attacks have different ways to dodge them. This one, the way I dodge is stand in the corner and jump whenever he comes by.
I think what I do is just try to jump in the middle and time it right, so.
This fire attack you can block with Scootum, but I like to jump kick through the flames because it looks really cool.
Yeah, it works pretty well too.
Yeah. I think you can actually jump kick on top of his electric cage, but that's kind of dangerous.
Yeah, it's a real show-off thing. This is a Globus, and this is not the only way you can get it, in contrast to the Albus glyph.
Yeah, it's also not very
Yeah,
useful as far as I know.
also in contrast to Astrobats.
Yeah. Alright, here is his main attack. Okay, that attack gets everyone
Yeah,
to dodge it. On the second to last hit, you need to kick down to the ground. Right, so you're able to double jump for the actual last hit, otherwise she's gonna hit you.
yeah. The last hit's timing is slightly different, so that's how he gets you.
Yeah.
That ice attack that just happened, you pretty much have to stomp on his head, or else you can't be in the air
It's the
long
only
enough.
way. It's the only way. And he's done.
Alright.
I can tell you this boss took like 40 minutes. It took so long.
It's very difficult.
He is really hard to get the medal on. If you don't cheese the game, that is.
Well, can you even, can you do enough damage to cheese him at this point? Or,
You get Dominus Hatred right before this.
yeah, I
So,
guess
yeah,
that would
you
take
can.
off a good bit of his health.
Yeah, Dominus Hatred is one of the broken glyphs. It just powers you up immensely in exchange for like dealing a 6 of your health every like second or so. But you can just heal that with potions if you like to.
Well, you throw that
Use
on and then
those.
use a bunch of glyph unions. It's-
Yeah, that's what people do. I don't like that.
Now, what I'm wondering is why Barlowe didn't do this, because he apparently didn't even need Dominus to resurrect Dracula.
Maybe this is Dracula's desperation in action. Anyway, best line in the game right here.
Oh, Dracula!
And the best explosion effects that they could possibly make. It can't be. I ain't surprised Dracula's castle. Castlevania is in a Castlevania game. Yeah, forget your emotions. We gotta get the important thing over here.
Yeah, she seems
go.
pretty sad for someone without emotions.
Barlowe medal. I'm gonna stick around in the Forbidden Room for a while until next time, so see ya.
Bye.
Yeah.